a what? Complaining for what? You know all this extra shit for what?
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Eva, and today's video we're doing a get ready with me. I'm getting dressed for work. As y'all can see, I got the turtleneck on. It's giving business casual, a little Miss AT&T, you know the vibes. But I figured a better way to do this, because I really want to talk, is doing a chit chat get ready with me. I was gonna do like different topics, but I'd rather do like a better video, not getting ready for work while I'm doing other topics, so it can be a little bit longer. So I'm gonna be reading a Reddit story. So I have my phone right here, and I'm just gonna be reading the story. This is a blind reaction to the story, and then after I read the story, I'm gonna be doing my makeup and giving my opinion on the situation. So this is, I just went in the Am I the Asshole thread on Reddit. Now mind you, if you like Reddit stories, there's a channel, it's Too Hot Takes, my favorite channel ever. This is where I even got the idea from. I love them. Like, I love Reddit stories, I love the opinions, I love how crazy they are, I love how unhinged the stories get. Like, Reddit stories are crazy. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into this story. So I have hella, like, I sent a bunch to my iPad, but I have hella because I really want to do a lot. Not right now, but so the first one I sent myself: am I the asshole for eating my husband's entire birthday cake by myself? From first glance, yes, because bitch, why'd you eat all your niggas' cake for real? Like, it's his birthday. Grow up. But we're gonna read the story. It's a little long, but we're gonna read the story. I'll preface this by saying that my husband's family and I do not get along, like, at all. We're rarely ever on good terms, and for my mental health, I decided to put distance between us, especially after I was blamed for my most recent miscarriage that happened 3 months ago.
Blamed for your miscarriage?
My husband can still see and visit them whenever he wants. For me, I don't attend any of their events, not even Thanksgiving nor Christmas. Bitch, I wouldn't either, because how the fuck is a miscarriage my fault? Like, don't piss me off. Oh my God. My husband's 30th birthday was 2 days ago. I planned to celebrate with him. I bought a cake and a gift, but he said that his family invited him to celebrate his birthday, and he really, really, really wanted to go because the birthday parties his family throw are like no others. You're a grown-ass man and you've ever spent your 30th birthday with your parents than your wife. We had an argument over this, but he told me to wait for him till he finished celebrating there with his family, then we could celebrate together at home and eat cake. Bitch, you're about to go have fun at the, oh my, let me shut up, because after he left, I felt so terrible. I called him, but he turned his phone off. I was so mad, I took the cake and brought it to the living room and started eating from it. I ate the whole thing, not saving him a single piece. As you fucking shitting, bitch. Guess I was so angry and it made me hungry. Nah, this story is written crazy, because girl, what? He came home and saw what I did and blew up saying I did this to spiteful and to punish him for not ditching his family on his birthday like I wanted him to. I reminded him I paid for the cake, but he called me petty and nuts. He ranted and ranted and ranted, and then said I didn't get to eat cake at his parents. He didn't get to eat cake at his parents' house because lots of kids were there, and he didn't get enough cake. And what I did was 10 times worse. He's been upset with me. He's been upset with me ever since. Am I the asshole? Honestly, yes. You are the fucking asshole for eating the entire cake. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you're the asshole. Now, is it justified? Yes. Like, only because that don't even make no sense. Let me go ahead and start getting into the makeup so I can start talking my shit. So I'm about to go in with my foundation. Ooh, I don't even have no primer on. I'm about to go in with some primer. Okay, so the first thing we need to get into with this story is the reason why. Like, so she doesn't want to go over there because she had a fucking miscarriage and his family is blaming her. Like, why would she want to go? I just feel like that's like, I feel like when you're like, especially in a marriage, like relationships too, but I feel like in relationships, like you should always vouch for your partner. Like, and imagine, like, I'm not saying like he wouldn't want to be with his family for the rest of his life, like around his family for the rest of his life, but like, I literally could not imagine my partner like not spending time with me on their birthday because they want to go to their fucking like a birthday. Like, I mean, but granted, I guess, because I don't know that's a weird one, because I just feel like, why, like, I just don't understand it though. Like, as a grown-ass man, like, But I also feel like I'm very detached from a lot of my family, so maybe that's just my bias creeping in as to like, I don't understand like why you wouldn't want to spend your birthday with your partner. Because I feel like in my family, we're very big on the concept of like creating your own family. Like once you move out, like you're starting your own family. Like I have a son, so it's like I'd rather spend my birthday with like my son and my boyfriend than my mom and dad. Like if it's his whole family, I understand, especially if they're like throwing him a big bonanza, you know, the whole shebang, whatever. But I just feel like
It's childish.
that's childish as hell. Like, but I also like that's so hard. But she's like, she shouldn't have ate all the cake. That's what it is for me. She shouldn't have ate all the cake, because at the end of the day, it's still your husband's birthday, and regardless of your feelings, you know, like that is still his family. Are they right? No. But you also took away like something that was for his birthday. Like you literally took that away from him. And I just feel like that's kind of fucked up. Like, and then especially because she said, I was just sitting there and I just got angrier and hungrier. Like, bitch, no, you was sitting there, you was eating that damn cake, and you was like, he's gonna try and get a slice of cake, and I'm gonna be sitting there like, it's gone, I ate it. Like, you was being petty. That's just petty as hell. But I wish they said how old they were. They don't give their ages. Well, they give the husband's age. He's 30. I don't know. But I also feel like, why would you just leave your wife in the fucking house on your birthday? Like, y'all, like, you didn't want to do anything with her before you went there. Like, I could understand that more, like, if you guys went out to eat or something, or, like, you took him out to eat and then he went with his family. But it's like, you just went with your family and you're like, oh, well, when I come home, we can eat the cake. Like, nigga, what? I don't want to fucking, like, that's not even special for real. Like, I wish I actually read the story, because this one was not that good. I thought it was going to be a little bit more exciting. Grabbing my setting spray. So I'm going to read another one for real. So I'm going to find the next one. So the next one I have saved. This one says, am I the asshole for calling every morning? There's no other context. It just says, am I the asshole for calling every morning? My son is a 20-month-old toddler.
Let's see, that's a year and 12. A year and 8 months, so he's like
Almost 2. My wife is a stay-at-home mom. I work 6 days a week, and I'm usually gone for 12 hours a day.
okay, so this is a man. Okay, interesting.
I always check in on my son remotely via our nursery cam app, and he's always awake in the mornings around 8 o'clock. He has a great sleep routine. Our wind down time starts at the same time every morning. We clean up toys, read a book. When I lay him down, he's still awake. He falls asleep on his own and sleeps all night for at least 12 hours.
Go ham.
It's usually after 9 o'clock before I have a chance to check the camera. This morning when I checked it, it was 9:12, and some mornings are closer to 10. Every time I look though, he's awake in the dark and standing in his crib just waiting. When I see this, I immediately turn on the brightest nightlight the camera has and speak to him through the camera app. I always tell him good morning, and I love him because he usually laughs and says dada. Then I leave the app and call my wife to wake her up. I usually have to call about 3 to 4 times. When she finally answers, it's obvious that she just woke up, and only because I called. I tell her that our son is awake waiting for her and that she needs to get up and start their day. I have an opinion on this, but I'm gonna shut up. So this morning, while on the phone, I asked her if she was going to get him after using the bathroom, and she said no, she was going to the kitchen to prepare their breakfast, then she'd get him. I asked her to get him after the bathroom so he could go to the kitchen with her, and she flipped out. She told me it pisses her off that I call every morning to tell her how to be a mom and that she has a routine. I retorted with, well, your routine sucks because he's been awake for an hour and you'd be asleep if I hadn't called. Oh my God, it just bothers me that he has to wait so long. He needs a diaper change. He's probably thirsty, hungry, and just wants to play. Am I wrong though? Do I need to stop? Please be completely honest with your answers. Thanks.
You are wrong.
I'm not gonna lie, unless the baby has been like sitting there for literally hours, they will be fine. Like, especially that early. Let me go ahead and refresh this. Especially that early, like, kids at that young age, kids do not care about being in the crib for a little bit when they wake up. Put some toys in there. Well, don't put toys in there because I think that's actually that's like a choking hazard. But
Off the record, put some toys in there.
And your child would be fucking fine. Like, literally. Like, Aiden, he used to wake up every day around 6 in the morning, I had his phone like nearby his crib. That way whenever he woke up, he could just watch a video or something. That sounds crazy, like his phone, but like, you know, it's just a little iPad type shit. So he would wake up and he would, if he could find a remote, because once he learned how to crawl out of his crib, he would like try and find a remote and he would just lay in the bed with me. Now, I'm pretty sure he just wakes up and like, cause he's with his father right now. So usually when he's with his dad, he just wakes up and watches TV or whatever. When he was with me, he would wake up and occupy himself. They're fucking kids. He's 2. They will occupy themselves. Like, I promise you, it is not the end of the world, especially if like, and I understand her point of view too, because it's like, she has a routine. Like, you know, it's like, that's her routine with her kid. Just because you're used to waking up with the kid at this time in XYZ does not mean that that's what he's used to doing with his mother. Like, for instance, you know, me and my baby father, whenever Aiden is with him, Aiden has a completely different routine than when he's up here with me, because for one, I cook most of my food whenever Aiden's up here. They eat more fast food. We like everything changes for real. Like, not to like an extreme degree. Like, oh my God, it's 2 totally different lifestyles. But it's like me and his father really do live 2 totally different lifestyles. So our routines are completely different. He's a lot more structured here because I have to be more structured in order to wake up early and do everything else that I need to do. His father has more of a luxury to do different things. He does have a structure, but he works overnight. So it's like, he doesn't care if Aiden is up. He doesn't care if Aiden is doing his own thing and, you know, like throughout the day. Like, I just feel like,
why, like, and then too, like, why are you, and then honestly,
the baby would probably go back to sleep if you weren't sitting there talking to the baby through the fucking, through the camera, like the monitor, baby monitor. Like, what the hell? Like, I don't know. I feel very offended by this story, low-key. Not like super offended, but I just don't understand. I got my concealer done. I'm not doing too much with my makeup today for real, because I just want to go home. I just don't understand that. Like, why? Like, because especially from my mother's perspective, a child will go back to sleep if you don't entertain it. If you put a child in a crib for literally an hour in the dark, they will fall asleep. They have nothing to entertain them. They will go back to sleep. The baby will go back to sleep. She'll wake up, cook the breakfast, do its own thing. You calling her, she's trying to pee, and you all like, you're not going to take him with you to the bathroom? No. The hell? Like, no. And I feel like you're literally trying to, like, you're letting the child dictate the situation. Like, it's a fucking 2-year-old. Like, okay, he's up. Okay. Whenever breakfast is ready, breakfast will be ready, and we'll start our day. Like, you're not the parent. Like, that, I hate to say that like that, because I'm not like, I really am not like a super like stereotypical, and when I say black parent, I hope y'all know what I mean, but like, I'm not one of those parents that's like, oh, like, I need respect because da-da-da-da. Like, I really am a very loving and caring and very understanding parent, but I just feel like at the end of the day, like, you are the parent. You set the expectation, you set the routine, you set the guidelines. Like, so this is the edit. I was banned from commenting within the first hour because I violated a rule in a comment, and that's why I wasn't responding to anyone. I'm a fairly new Reddit user in terms of posting. I normally read a lot, and that's all. Because of this, I had no clue that a temporary comment ban didn't affect my ability to edit the post. I would have edited the post much sooner, blah, 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 blah. Just some bullshit that has nothing to do with the story. There are so many things that need to be addressed about this post, and the most important one is about my wife. I love her more than anyone on Reddit thinks I do. She is an amazing woman and a wonderful mother. I absolutely do not think she's an incompetent parent, nor do I think she neglects my son. None of the information I provided was ever supposed to convey that negative message about her. I'm really glad he said that, because I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of what it was giving. Like, you feel like your wife is incompetent, and she's not. My whole issue was, he's awake, he's been awake, why are you still asleep? That's all. And she agreed that she stays up too late, plus has an alarm set now. I showed my wife how this post exploded, and she could not believe the kind of attention it got. She is very much in love with me and does not agree that I am controlling, nor does she believe that I am micromanaging her daily life. I'm glad that that was said also, because that's how it feels. But I also know, like, with a new child, like, all you want to do is just love and smother that child with like love and attention. You just want to be the best parent you can be. So I also do understand that aspect too. Like, if the child's awake, he's probably like panicking, like, I don't want anything to happen. I just want, like, I just want him to be fully engaged, like, all of the hours that he's awake. I understand that too. Also, some people believe that I intentionally left out the medical issues she has. I'll list them here. I just don't feel like that's appropriate. So it says postpartum depression, low vitamin B12, chronic fatigue. I'm gonna list this story because I'm not gonna lie, some of these things are just like, I don't think they're really that relevant to the story. He's just replying to the commentaries, like kind of bashing him and his wife. Whether the internet thinks she's a bad mother, negligent, lazy, or abusive is not important. I think that's fucking right. And I know and I love the woman I married. I do feel comfortable leaving her with our kid, and she does an amazing job with him. In the few comments I said that she was lazy and didn't do much at home. I won't deny those statements, but in the moment I was still aggravated because the argument over their phone had just recently ended. I don't truly think she's lazy because I've seen what she can do. I just think she's unmotivated due to a lack of sleep in the same four walls every day. I'm gonna fucking cry because honestly, complete turnaround.
Oh my god. So I'm gonna list that story down below if you want to actually get into the details, because all the details are kind of irrelevant for me personally.
But all in all, I do think he's kind of an asshole. Now, seeing as though she has other stuff going on, it makes more sense, and I think he's less of an asshole. I think for calling every single day and trying to get her to wake up with a baby that could have been sleeping in the crib if you weren't, like, you know, entertaining the child, that's a different story. But I also feel like everyone's kids are different, so maybe that baby really was just up, like climb out the crib, back flipping, doing his own little thing for real. But I also feel like if they're not crying and just doing, I don't know, like, you know, I'm probably sounding like a horrible, incompetent mother myself right now. I don't know. That one was kind of wishy-washy. For me, at least. Only because I kind of do feel like he's an asshole. Like, because why would you come to Reddit? Like, regardless, I just feel like Reddit is like... Do you have no one else you could... Like, why didn't you just talk to your wife? Well, maybe they got into an argument after. I understand, I guess. I don't know. That's a weird one. I definitely do think he is kind of an asshole. I don't think he is like the biggest asshole ever on like the planet Earth. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I definitely think there's worse people out here. There's definitely worse that could be happening. But I do think that he needs to apologize to his wife for even putting their shit on fucking Reddit. I mean, it makes more sense now. Like, if you were frustrated and everything else, and they say she has like a vitamin deficiency, which is like B12 is energy. But so she's having like an energy deficiency. She's tired. She has postpartum. Like, and I'm not gonna lie, when I had postpartum whipped my ass. Like, I did not want to do anything besides sleep. I didn't like. That's not even a video for it. I don't even want to get into detail with everything that I felt with postpartum. If she has postpartum, like, she's probably fucking tired. She's exhausted. She's looking at the same. And then just like how you said though, like, I'm glad he acknowledged that, because like she's literally looking at the same stuff every day. Her only like companion for real is you, that she sees when you come home, and a 2-year-old, like, well, an almost 2-year-old. Like, that's not fun. It's boring as hell. It's nothing that I feel like most people would want to do. Well, actually, because the girls love staying home. I'm not one of them people. I feel like for me, daycare was always the best option, but I also had the luxury of being able to go to something within my mom's realm. Like she could just drop in and tell me what the hell is going on with my son. And so, like, you know, I had that luxury. A lot of people don't. So I do think that could be contributing to her postpartum as well. I might as well read another story. Because I'm sitting here like, I might as well.
So right now, I'm not really doing too much on my face anymore. It's just my regular everyday look. I am probably gonna put something in my crease, kind of give me some volume, and do a little eyeliner, my norm, but nothing crazy. I don't really feel like doing my makeup throughout the day.
Am I the asshole for losing my temper at my marriage? Immediately, yes, but we'll see. At a massage. So maybe. Okay, this is long as hell. I've had a long few weeks at work preparing for a huge pitch that happens today. I'm exhausted and I just need to de-stress. As a treat, I bought a 2-hour full body massage for myself and my girlfriend, full whale music and everything. Massage was great apart from the fact that my girlfriend's masseuse insisted in engaging in constant conversation with my girlfriend. Masseuse spoke Chinese but speaks English well enough to know what I'm saying, as does my girlfriend, quote unquote, parentheses, trilingual. At first, I gave a look of annoyance to my girlfriend, indicating I was looking for peace and quiet. 10 minutes later, I said, babe, the most relaxing bit of this is definitely you two chatting loudly, slightly passive-aggressive, I admit, but I was clearly annoyed and trying to avoid confrontation. You literally went straight into confrontation. Girlfriend gave me a snarky reply, but I thought the point was made. I would have really been a dickhead, because you could have just said, I'd rather, oh my God. Third time around, still loads of noise, but I let out a loud sigh of annoyance. By this point, girlfriend has stopped responding, but masseuse still chatting away. Fourth time, I say, babe, please. Quiet reigns for 10 minutes or so, but then it reverts to normal. Fifth time rolls around and I've lost my patience. I snap and I say to the masseuse, if you two want to disturb something that just wants to hibernate, can you please fuck off to the zoo? This did not go well. I fucking bet. Like, what an asshole. Everything went awkwardly quiet until the end of the massage, but girlfriend went apeshit after we left. She said I was rude, masseuse was just happy someone she massaged was Chinese, etc. My argument was that I booked this to relax and de-stress, and it was ruined by the constant chatting in a Chinese language I don't speak. That's what I feel like the real issue is. You couldn't join in the conversation. And I gave 5 clear signals that I wasn't happy. You didn't give 5 clear signals. You gave 5 passive-aggressive signals. You could have just said, hey, I'd rather be quiet. I just want to relax and unwind. You were being a fucking child, acting like a fucking 4-year-old.
Like, I sure hate when people talk.
The fuck? She was so mad when we got home. I may be the asshole for overreacting, but this was my reward for myself, and I brought girlfriend along who, in my opinion, contributed to being ruined. I feel like if you just wanted a nice, relaxing, calm situation with nothing to bother you, you should have went alone. Like, genuinely, you should have just went alone. And not saying because your girlfriend talks a lot or anything like that, but it's like, that's the only way to guarantee, like, what you want to happen. It's 12 o'clock. Okay, I need to go. Okay, we live the overline. But I just feel like this is so an irrational way to handle a situation. Like, a lot of relationships would be so much easier, so much simpler. Life would be easier if people would just say how the fuck they feel. Like, you're sitting here giving this girl passive-aggressive things like, oh, like, I sure hate. Like, you know, it's like, because my thing is, like, okay, are you being funny? Or, like, are you, like, because me, like, that's something I feel like someone I talk to would say to be funny for real, not really, like, to try and be a dickhead. Like, that's just weird. He's a fucking asshole. He's an asshole for that. Only because he never clearly said, like, I want to be quiet. Like, I need peace and quiet, please. You're fucking huffing and puffing, walking around like...
Shut the fuck up, nigga. Like...
No, some real shit. Shut your ass up, dog.
All this extra shit for what? Like, but you could have been said that.
I don't fuck with that. I don't like no unstraightforward shit. So, like, immediately no for me. He got me fucked up. Because why is you even trying to make it seem like your girlfriend is just... Or, like, she just couldn't pick up on a hint. Like, I gave her an annoyed look. Or a look, you looked at her, you didn't say anything. You're passive-aggressive as hell. I just feel like that's so childish. Like, I also feel like some people are not as, comfortable with confrontation as other people. But I also feel like everything that is, like, confrontation is not an argument. It's not the end of the world. It doesn't mean, like, it has to be, like, this full-on, like, situation. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like some situations is really just, like, you can address something and confront it without it being an argument. You can confront something without it being the end of the world. It also makes the masseuse uncomfortable too, because it's like, instead of just being polite about it and saying, hey, you know, I'd rather have a more quiet massage, whatever the case is. Like, there's been plenty of Ubers where, like, I'm just in the back, I'm trying to chill, and I'm like, you know, like,
no disrespect, like, I'd rather just have a quiet ride. Like,
that's it. Use your words. How the fuck can someone, they can't read your mind. Like, and then I understand that's your girlfriend, like, you're expecting her to feel you more, know more about you, whatever the case is, and just kind of know the situation, read the situation. But I just feel like, no, like, you're too grown for that. I don't know. Let me see how old they were. They don't have their ages. God damn it. Okay, edit. We've been to couples massages dozens of times. The base expectation of all of them is that we both chill and it's silent. Bar the odd, are you okay? If someone makes a noise in pain. Girlfriend had openly talked about how she was looking forward to me being able to relax post the meeting and that I deserved a massage after all the stress and work. She's also got annoyed at me for having a conversation with my massage therapist when there was no work stress context. So I get that more too, but I also feel like, again,
use your words.
Ooh. That's your big age. And you can't communicate your needs. Edit 2. Oh my god, this is insane. Like, this right here to me just is like, I don't think this is that big of a deal in a relationship, honestly. This is just like a petty argument. But I just feel like, for me, this is a situation that I would really realize, like, I cannot be with you. Only because, like, When was it ever that fucking deep? Like, literally, when was it ever that deep, like, to do all of this? Like, you're doing the fucking most. And it's like, to huffing and puffing, like, I feel her. I would have kept talking too. Because it's like, say it with your fucking chest. If you have something to say, say it. You're a grown man. Like, just like I'm a grown-ass woman. I can say what I have to say. The fuck? So, that's the stories for today. I'm about to finish my eyeliner and then come back and call it a damn day. Okay? And I'm about to head on to work now. Bye, y'all. Watching a couple, so today's video, I did a get ready with me. I did a couple of Reddit stories. So,
Fuck.